Hello, my beautiful friends. This morning, I want to acknowledge this little video is going to be about acknowledging the passing of an amazing man, very great leader, and a man who lived by his faith, Jimmy Carter. He was the president of the United States and recently passed a few days ago, 100 years old. But he also offered just an amazing heart, not only in his leadership, his quiet leadership that was very much in integrity to the country, to the people, and he was a big man of his faith and believed in helping others. He helped to build hundreds of homes for Habitat for Humanity. He and his wife, Rosalind, just, exuded love throughout their marriage. And she passed about a year ago. It's very heartwarming and heart-opening to think that he is finally with her. They were so much in love all through their lives. What I'd also like to share is it's really interesting and almost a dharmic gift to the world, to our country in particular, with his passing at this time. Really at this time, because we are so heart weary. For those of us that know, that are compassionate, that care about people, that care about the country, truly care about democracy and the country. For those of us that have felt frustrated, and it's a time of reflection on what heart-centered leadership could look like in the future. I think it's a reminder for us to hold that vision, to know that he'll be working from the other side. He gave his gifts. He traveled, even after his presidency, he traveled all over the world on diplomatic missions to talk to world leaders and was highly, highly respected as a result. Rest in peace, Jimmy Carter. You gave it all. You are an amazing example of leadership that we really, as a country, as a people, should be not willing to settle for anything less than that kind of love, compassion, and integrity in government. Just know that I think, he's absolutely at peace. He gave it all. And as Americans, that we'll have 5 days of praying and peace and acknowledging who he really was to offer us some hope. And we'll have a month, the month of January, the flag will be flown at half-mast. So while January is a very powerful month in the change of the government, and we're all still waiting on pins and needles for information to come out to understand what's going on globally, because there's a silent war going on around the world between, I think, good and evil, between all of the old order and perpetuated by the oligarchs in the world who want control, who don't want to share, the greed factor. These are all of the old Capricornian extremes. And Capricorn's a really good sign. Capricorn's, energy is that of building and creating structures. But those structures no longer serve all. Jimmy Carter really exemplifies a man who led this country with a great deal of love and integrity. I think it's really, his passing was very timely, and my heart is really wide open in great appreciation for he and Rosalind. Not so much tears or sadness, because he lived 100 years. And that I think his life, as the media will be covering it, I'm quite sure, they usually do, 24/7, his life and his history, his accomplishments, his gifts. I think the timeliness of this is to help us also as the citizens, as those who are conscious, awake, and aware, heart-centered, who want, this old order to collapse. It is and end. And Saturn is going to bring in karma to those that abuse their power, money, and sexuality. It is an absolute, but it could, depending on what our current government and the world governments are doing, because there's tons of negotiations going on behind the scenes, depending on what they decide to do, whether this is just, oh, we're going to let this go, or we're going to finally hold people accountable for their abuses of power, money, and sexuality. It has to change. These energies do not support moving into Pluto and Aquarius. They do not. So my message to you today is to pay attention to Jimmy Carter's life, in the news over the next few weeks. Come back into yourself, do self-care, have faith, see the future of what is going to be the new golden age. See that future, hold it in your hearts, send loving courage to the world leadership and say that we will tolerate no more of this, no more of the oligarchs, no more of the greed, no more of the abuses of not just the people, but of the earth. We are the ones we are waiting for. And there are many, many, many millions, if not billions, of us on the planet. And in the hopefully shorter term, the shift will happen. In the meantime, gather friends and family family of choice or family of origin, any and all souls, and develop relationships with your guides and guardian angels. Truly an important time to do that, because we are surrounded at this time by angelic beings, by family who have crossed, by those who love the planet, and we chose to be here to find the courage within ourselves to make this transition. So keep the faith, do some really good things for yourself, and it's really critical to play, to laugh, to share with those who share your values, and to celebrate the end of 24, which was very rough. We have a few more months of rough energies, but by the spring, things will settle and we will be moving into these new energies. All of this is going to happen very, very rapidly. It is my belief and my understanding of the energies that we are moving into incredibly fast-paced change. So this doesn't need to take 100 years or 1,000 years. This transition into balance, love, peace will happen quickly. I love you all. Thank you. And please share these videos. I'm in great appreciation of all of you. My YouTube launched October 1st. So in a very short period of time, the message seems to be resonating. I am here. I am committed to doing this for however long it works, or for myself. I am in a physical body, and for all of you. So blessings to all of you. Please keep the faith. Go have some fun and get into some good trouble. Okay. Love you all.